What if I told you I had the answer for all of us out there that can't seem to get a fucking Luna with half decent rolls? What is the thing with the perk exhumed, man? I keep getting these Lunas with the perk fucking exhumed on it. Name one time. I would like to know. Anyone in the comment sections, I'll take your word for it. You don't even gotta have to show me video proof. But tell me one time you've been in a situation and exhumed has fucking clutched it up for you, man. I'm sorry. I just think it's a garbage perk for some reason. I keep getting it. And even if I was given that perk plus like maybe another good perk, it would go, but it was as if exhumed is the only perk I can get on these hand cannons, and it's just like, this is all you need. This is it, man. This is the best perk in the game. So today we're gonna be talking about Imago loops though, man, because for us out there that can't seem to get a good roll Luna, this might actually be a weapon worth obtaining because it can roll with rangefinder and something like even luck in the chamber on the same weapon. See, the problem with Pally is Pally can either roll with one or the other. You can't get both of those on the same weapon. And me personally, I love luck in the chamber for situations like trials when you need to actually clutch a situation or just get a good crispy two-shot off on somebody. It's really nice. So let's talk about it. Okay, so let me label out the beautiful pros about an Imago loop for those that don't know this. It is a 1 crit 2 body shot. Okay, essentially being able to kill someone within 0.87 seconds. So it's in the same line of Eyaslunas and Lord High Fixers and Pallies. But you know, of course, there's a little difference between all of these weapons, you know, and it comes down to almost like a preference thing, and also comes down to recoil pattern. So let me just go ahead and label the huge pros about this weapon. It can reach that max range of 62. It's got a good default range there at 40. It's also got good aim assist, and you know, aim assist is not something necessarily I get hung up on, but a lot of times I find that I really like Pally for its aim assist, and this is the same way here. It's got 61 aim assist, which is not terrible, guys. It's actually pretty decent. It compares to like a Luna's around 50. All right, the downside of this weapon though, and it's very obvious when you start getting into gunfights, because it doesn't necessarily come out on the first initial shot, but it can, you know, consecutive shots after that, follow-up shots is sometimes difficult to land. It's the stability there at 32, man. That stability is kind of a killer. Now, if you're a guy that rocks reinforced barrel on your hand cannons and you have just learned to live with no stability, I applaud you. And also say that you'll feel right at home using an Imago loop then with rifle barrel. Now, the other side of things though is if you have this kind of like this recoil pattern in your mind and you know the follow-up shots from something like a Pally that does have a little more stability, and also something very blatantly obvious with the Luna, because that's kind of like Luna's selling point is that it can reach max range, but it has a whopping 51 stability. So follow-up shots from a Luna are so consistent. But let me just talk about the gameplay of Imago loop. So can this weapon compete against Pally and Luna, which is the reason why you would even farm this weapon to begin with? I think kinda is about the best answer I can give you. You know, I know some people are gonna get upset about this because there's always been people in my comment sections that love and say how much they think Imago loop's the best. Again, I think in situations against regular pubs, regular players, you can use Imago loop all day long. Against somebody that has a just phenomenal primary shot. Somebody that can sit there and hit Luna shots for days, man, you know, upside down, that's going to be a problem. And that's something that comes out about Imago loop for me. Follow-up shots were not nearly as easy to do as it would be with something like a Luna or a Pally. Even with these rolls right here, I just didn't feel like it was doing as good as I would have done if I was using something like Pally. And a lot of that is time spent with the weapon. Again, I've spoken about hand cannon, and getting your hand cannon shot down requires you spending time with that weapon. And so I've given myself a few days with this Imago loop. And again, like I said, it's a good weapon. It's and in regular pubs, I can see myself using this weapon. But in situations where, you know, you're going against good players, I just don't see it panning out for me. Not whenever you've got things like Pally and Luna on the table. Well, guys, that's my thoughts on it, man. I just kind of wanted to put a review out on it because I know Imago loop has kind of been in a little bit of the buzz. People wanted to know how it stacks. Me personally, if you want me to tell you what my my top 3 hand cannons are. I think it goes Luna, and I think it goes Pally, and those two are so close, man. I mean, damn near on top of each other. But I think it goes Luna, and I think it goes Pally. I think it goes Fennel's Peril. I know that's going to surprise some of you out there, but I think Fennel's Peril is a fantastic hand cannon. And then maybe, just maybe, a Imago loop. But you know, you got weapons, in my opinion, that are just as good, maybe even better than a Imago loop, like Lord High Fixer and stuff. And so, you know, I think it can potentially be in the top 5, but I don't think that it outweighs the 3 hand cannons that I just mentioned. Well, guys, man, if you like this video, I know I've been doing a lot of raw footage here lately. I've been doing a lot of kind of like live stuff. I kind of just felt like just putting some random stuff out there. Sometimes I like to actually watch people just play the game versus just commentate. But I mean, if you like this kind of weapon review, definitely hit that like button. Definitely helps the channel out. I'll be streaming trials for this weekend. We'll be doing our normal trial Sherpa runs, so be looking for you in our streams, guys. As always, thank you so much for coming and watching. I'll catch y'all later.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.